Welcome back to The Watch, and something really interesting has happened with the Sweet Baby Inc. Detector Curator list. That has kicked everything off. Gamergate 2 is here, and I'm all for it, baby. I'm on board for this ride, because it is just a routing of game journalism and exposing the woke corruption in gaming and everything. And so... the Sweet Baby Inc. curator list, Kabrutus, he's on top of it. He is handling this really well, even though he's kind of been swept up and is this normal gamer guy, good attitude, but is now in the thick of it, right? And it was the actual harassment campaign that a Sweet Baby Inc. Employee launched against him that kicked this off. And now the curator list on Steam is over 300,000 strong, okay? This is having... effects. It's being noticed, I should say. It's being noticed by game development companies because they are starting to realize that this isn't a small thing. As much as The Verge might want to gaslight people saying, oh, it's small and everything like that, 300,000. And that's just, I think, a minority of the larger sentiment of gamers that are just, we're fed up with this crap. So much so that game devs who have this crap in their game are scared. They are worried about it. And so much so, and this is where the sign that really shows this, a game dev reached out to Kabrutus to ask him to not put their game on the list. Why do you think they would ask that, Nathan?
Well, because it's basically a blacklist for gamers who don't want to play.
Who don't want this crap. Yeah. I mean, and the list isn't encouraging people to do that, but I think we know that. So if it's on this list, and if I'm at the zero tolerance point, I've said multiple times, if it has any of this woke crap in, that's a sign of the infection, signs where their values lie, their ideology, and it reflects on so many other things about what they think about my values, okay? And I'm not going to support that. I don't want to support people that hate me, and so zero tolerance now. And it can come down to, like, Oz and I, there's more videos coming out about this, about... on Night's Watch. So make sure you subscribe and don't miss out, because we are covering all this stuff in depth, right? About there was a game company that has direct involvement with the COO, like the leaders of Sweet Baby Inc., right? And anyone mentioning Sweet Baby on their Steam page, everything was just, they were nuking 99% of their stuff. And then the images of the game came out, and it has this but ugly image of a woman that looks like a man. And I didn't realize, it was so bad, right? I didn't recognize who this is based off a real person. And it's based off the actress who played Yennefer in the
Netflix show?
In the Netflix show.
Well, it was just Forsaken 2, basically.
She's an attractive woman, but they made her look like a man. I mean, that's the sign. If you see that in a game, that's all you need. There's the red flag. Woke, DIE, whatever, involvement. Abandon. But gamers don't even need to know that, because guess what? Most gamers don't like ugly women. When they see that, it's like, it's a turn off, and they're not going to be interested. Okay, so that has been just a side note, a side thing, but it shows the desperation. They're afraid. Okay, and so this game dev approached Kabrutus saying he wants off the curator list, and so Kabrutus was like, okay, I kind of understand, but, and what they claimed, they said, we have worked with Sweet Baby Inc. That's what got Kabrutus to even notice that they said, but then they said, but we have gotten rid of everything. Everything that they, wrote for us, we've scrapped from the game. It's not there. Kabrutus, being a smart man, he says, okay, I can see, can you give me, access to one of your early builds, promotional things, anything in the game to confirm what you're saying? Radio silence after that. What are they trying to hide, do you think?
Okay, it could be two things. It could be... Obviously, there's the side of there's still stuff in it, and so if he watched it, then he would be like, okay, well, it's still there, so it's not valid. It could also be the fact that he's asking for early access of build promotional material, and they're going, that's NDA. We don't want you to sign on and have access to property.
I think he was willing to sign NDAs or whatever to not be...
But then there might be, okay, do we just stay on the list and not show him? Or get off. Like it was kind of like a what's worth doing more.
So, to me, if they were having such involvement from Sweet Baby Inc., that's an indication of they probably have people on their team that are fully in lockstep with this, ideological woke movement, right? And that the game, they might try and say, oh, we got rid of the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff. That's not good enough, okay? The issue isn't Sweet Baby Inc. It's what they are promoting and trying to turn gaming into. That's the issue. And it's already infected in many game companies. And so just saying, oh, we don't have any involvement with Sweet Baby Inc., not good enough. This is why Brutus is making a website that is called DEI Detected, where it started with Sweet Baby, but everyone has known that this is just the tip, okay, of a much deeper problem and a deeper infection. And so it's any sign of this woke crap that gamers are fed up with. And I get the feeling that just because they're trying to claim that, oh, Sweet Baby Inc. No, the infection is still there. And so Brutus made a post about this saying, he's added another game to curator list. The game is called Flintlock, The Siege at Dawn. And as shown in this physical copy of the Edge magazine, it involves Kim Belair, Sweet Baby Inc. CEO. I have waited a bit before deciding to add this to one because a dev from Flintlock team reached out to me through my email stating that they eradicated Sweet Baby Inc. part and basically remade it completely. At this point, together with my staff, I've decided to give them the chance to prove this, allowing us access to the game pre-release and asking their manager to have a conversation with me. I think a conversation seems reasonable enough. They openly refused on both points, leaving me without any way to confirm what they were telling to us. This doesn't speak very well about them. So yeah, new game on the list. Well done, Brutus. And it's funny. It feels like he's just using a bit of journalistic integrity.
It's like, oh, you say this thing is correct and factual. Let me double check that.
Let me confirm it. And so Mark Kern says, A44 Games, and they're the ones making Flintlock, that's A4, told Brutus they had removed all Sweet Baby content and asked to not be on, I'm assuming, his curator list. When Brutus asked them to prove it, they actively refused to talk to him. I think I know why. I found the COO of A44 that hired Sweet Baby Inc. also did this talk on DEI. Tackling inclusion and diversity in the game industry. Right? That is the COO of that company. So remember when I said that the fact that they had direct involvement with Sweet Baby Inc. might be a sign of actual deeper infection in the company itself?
Yeah.
Look at that! What did you know?
It's all connected.
It's all there, right? No wonder, Grum says, and yet no wonder I echo his sentiment. And that's the problem. And so it's so funny. This company has a CEO that actually has been spouting about tackling inclusion diversity with Sweet Baby Inc., people and stuff, right? Actually was trying to hide the fact, like, we don't have Sweet Baby Inc. Don't put us on the curator list because they're afraid. But it's like, no, but you're the problem. The COO, it's infected, all right? We're not going to support this crap. But I do find it hilarious because that's their strategy now, to hide and then fool gamers. They want their games to go under the radar. They do not want to change. In fact, we have a video about this coming out that, or it might already be out. I don't know when this one's going. But we talk about the fact this in larger detail. They don't want to change. They're just going to try and hide what they're doing and then sell gamers on their game or whatever they think to then propagandize them and get their message out there because they're activists. That's the goal, okay? And they don't want to change, but they can see that change is happening and they're going to be exposed anyway. They're going to be exposed anyway, so you can't hide. And I love to see it. Any other thoughts on this, Nathan?
No, not really.
Yeah.
They're just kind of... They're not very sneaky or clever with all this. You think they'd be a bit more subtle. Because even like with the game that they've shown, that they're trying to get off the list, it's the exact same as Forsaken. Like, they're not... If they wanted to, you know, if this is a culture war, you'd think...
Forspoken?
Forspoken...
You said Forsaken.
Is it Forspoken? What's Forsaken then? That's also something else.
Probably. Forspoken was that terrible...
Yeah. Well, they're making basically the same game.
I think there's that other game that was deleting everything on the Steam. That might have... I don't know.
I can't remember. But the thing is, they all look the same, and they're all doing the exact same thing. You think in a culture where you'd have different tactics than just having the exact same looking, you know, player models and the exact same gameplay and all that sort of stuff. You'd think that if they wanted to change the culture, they would do different things, but it feels like they don't really learn from their mistakes. They just keep doing the same thing.
Because they're activists. Like, they can see... This is insanely unpopular. Gamers don't want to buy it. They just want good games. Stop propagandizing us. Stop modern daying us, putting this woke bullcrap in. Gamers like good-looking women, okay? They're not on board with this, you know, insane attack against beauty, right? But instead of... They don't want to make money. They don't want to give gamers what they want. They want to propagandize them, remake the gaming industry in their image, you know, to make games they want. They're a tiny minority, but the entire gaming industry have to cater to them because they deserve it. They're entitled to it. They're babies, basically. And they will destroy game companies if they listen to them and go down that track. And that's what we're seeing, and it is beautiful to see. And so, more videos to come, guys. We're covering it in depth. Please do support us if you can. Mean the world. And as always, stay on watch.